how was that? Suiting up and getting back into that for you all.
You know what? I had a great time. It was like, I mean, to be working with David again, and to be Zach and Billy again, that was like, it's been 28 years for me. So that's
28 years. Who's 28? Who's 28 years old or younger? See, these people don't even. We're there since day one. Yeah.
Yes, it was wild to go back. I was happy that I was able to do the things that I used to be able to do. I didn't know if I would be able to, but I did. And I think it was a great nostalgic thing for everybody.
But tell the truth, like when you were doing your flips.
Yeah, how was it
afterwards?
How
did you feel?
I was practicing for the flips, and so I was trying to decide the things that I wanted to do, and I was practicing my front flip, and I hyperextended my knee.
Wow.
Yeah, so it wasn't bad, but it was swollen. So I was swollen for a week and a half or so, and I was wearing, I had to wear bandages around my knee, and so by the end of it, I decided I'll just do the backflip, and I did the backflip on mats with the stunt guys, and I didn't actually do it on the stage until the day of. But the day of, we did it, and I did it twice. I think we did 2 shots.
Yep.
And then I saw it in the video, and it was in slow motion, and it was great. And they said, "You want to do it again?" I was like, "Nope." But we made it happen.
Yeah.
It looks good. I was really impressed.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, it was obviously, like Walter was saying, a lot of fun for us to get to go back. Since we started the franchise 31 years ago now, it's pretty crazy to get to go back and do Billy and Zach again and sort of take the lead for both of us. It was a lot of good times.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was incredible to see again. That was my Power Rangers were such a childhood memory and nostalgia for me. I told you the first time we met, I was like, Billy was my boy. I was into the nerdy stuff and science and all that stuff, and seeing someone with like, similar characteristics be so powerful and have such good leadership skills is really kind of helped me in my trajectory growing up too. I remember always playing with the toys. You guys remember having those toys that were like, they flip the heads? Yeah. I told like one at the time, I never had the Zach one, but I had the giant Zach. I had the giant Zach one for some reason. So that he was sometimes like an evil Megazord and everything like that. And have you guys had a lot of, like, we talked about like the generational, like, nostalgia between everyone, every single generation of these people that are coming in loving Power Rangers, and these people my age, older, people younger. It's transcended so many years. How is that? Like, that's a lot of weight that you guys probably have to carry. Just how does that feel to you guys? Just knowing you've been a part of so many people's lives.
It's actually amazing. I mean, I like to liken it to if you throw a pebble in water and it creates these ripples, these waves. Well, Power Rangers was such an inspirational show for so many kids. The fact that it's been running for 30 years, we've created a lot of ripples in 40 countries, and it's amazing. It's amazing to feel part of something so beautiful.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, it's such an honor for me to see such a young guy straight ahead in his Blue Ranger outfit.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's his birthday.
Oh,
So happy birthday, boy! He's so cute. But to know that, there's kids that age that have found the original Power Rangers and it resonates with them still is such a humbling experience, I think, for all of us. And so I'm super honored, and then to know, like, probably his dad. And his parent, the dad's parents, the grandparents. Everybody's sort of been involved in Power Rangers in some ways.
That's so cool.
It's really cool.
Do anybody have any questions before I can? Oh yeah, come. If anybody's got questions, feel free to line up there, and we'll do that. Let's see, we got another young boy right here. What's up, man?
Is that buddy?
Yeah, you got it. They're gonna help you.
He's like, how do I get to the mic?
Yeah.
Say it one more time.
How did y'all feel when you first became a Power Ranger?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
it was very exciting. I mean, I didn't really know what Power Rangers would become. I mean, to look at it now, I'm like, man, I'm really happy that it's a big part of my life. But it was very exciting to think that I was going to be a superhero, and I was going to wear, a uniform, and I was going to have a helmet, and I was gonna have a Megazord, and you know,
Power axe.
a power axe, and then I would have other friends that would be superheroes too. Just to know that that was gonna be part of my life is really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, being a superhero is pretty cool, don't you think? Yeah? Do you like the Power Rangers? What do you like about Power Rangers?
That they're saving lives.
Oh, that's a good answer, man. That's right. We're out to save the
Like
world.
that, yes.
Appreciate you. Thank you. What's your name?
Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew.
Maybe you'll be a Power Ranger one day. That'd be amazing, right? Yeah.
David Walter, I've been a fan of Power Rangers since day one. Y'all haven't aged a day. I love seeing y'all, and I just wanted to say thank you. No real big question, actually, no. The last movie, it was amazing. Y'all have any plans for maybe a new one?
You know what? We'll see. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'm sure that Power Rangers itself is going to be around for a long time. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what comes in next.
Thank y'all again, guys. Y'all are amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
When you talked about you guys being like what it was like to be a Power Rangers, what was the story that you had about coming in on your audition, your first time there?
Well, my audition was interesting because they were looking for somebody that had the talent to create this new form of martial arts, hip-hop-kido, that didn't exist. And so, as I went into my audition, I did the acting portion, and that was fun and easy because I was like, okay, I'm like a teenager anyway, so that was cool. But then they asked me to do martial arts, and I did some martial arts. And they asked me to do some dancing, I did some dancing. They asked me to do some gymnastics. There was a lot of space, so I did a back tuck, and they were like, "That's great. Now can you put it all together?" And I was like, "Right now." He's like, "Right, just put all of it together. You want everything, okay?" And I thought about how to make that work, and I thought about breakdancing in my childhood years when I was a kid in Detroit doing breakdancing. It was always like a battle. It's like when you are battling, that's what they call it, when you're breakdancing against somebody else. You know, you're emulating a fight when you're doing it through dance. So that idea, I was able to take that and add it to capoeira and some other styles of martial arts and fighting and come up with something that was kind of cool. So I was excited about that.
It's fun. You got the job, obviously.
Hey.
Dude, I'm surprised you're saying there was a lot of room in the room.
No, I said there wasn't a lot.
Oh, there wasn't? I thought you said there was a lot of room. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, we were like in a little room and they're like, flip.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So for me, I think some of you probably already know the story. I originally auditioned for the role of Victor, who became Jason, who was the Red Ranger. So I had 3 auditions as that role. But I knew they weren't going to give it to me. I could tell by that 3rd audition I wasn't going to get it. So I begged to read for the role of Billy, and they told me, no, you're not what we're looking for. You see those guys over there? That's the look we're going for. So I begged, and they said no, and then I went in the bathroom, and I wiped my hair down, and I borrowed somebody's glasses, and I borrowed somebody's button-up shirt, and made myself look quote-unquote nerdy, and came back, and they eventually let me read for Billy, and then I had 5 more auditions as Billy, and I got the job.
Yay! I can tell you from being in the room auditioning, because like they were putting the cast together, so they were like they had made 3 different casts that they were to show the network, and they were like kind of pieces together. So I'm in the room with I think Audrey Dubois and Austin St. John and Amy Jo and myself, and David was reading as Victor at first, and then he left the room, and he came back in the room. He knocks on the door, and we're like, they open the door, and he was like, "Can I read for Billy?" And they're like, "No, we don't say it's Billy." So he walks away, and we're like, go back to our audition. He knocks on the door again, and he comes back, and he's completely different. And we all look at him like, "That's crazy." Like, it was wild. And he came in, and he read, and he killed it. He killed the audition. He was so perfect, and he did a great job. It was awesome.
Thanks, Walter.
So when you guys came in, what did you say, 28 years, right?
What's that?
When you guys first auditioned, how long ago was that?
That was 31 years ago.
32?
1992.
Yeah, 1992.
Wasn't that? I got the math wrong. Well, anyway, at least 30 years. So the differences in I mean, technology has played such a different, like, it's so much more advanced nowadays. What was the difference of, like, when you guys went to do the special versus those early days of, Power Rangers? And how is it differentiated from since then to now?
One of the differences I would say is that everything was put together in a way that it's been done for 30 years. So everything is a lot more concise. Meaning the stunt team has been doing Power Ranger stunts for I don't know however many years, and when it came to them, they were a precise unit, and they were like on top of everything. The camera work, as far as the camera work is concerned, it's not the old traditional cameras, so
Not the film ones.
yeah, not the ones we used to use. So that technology was great. Then the CGI was different. I don't think we had CGI. We had like, what would you call it?
Power Rangers?
Yeah,
Original?
yeah.
No, we didn't. We definitely didn't have CGI. We had baby powder when you kick people.
Yeah.
Smoke on, and yeah, we were old school.
Yeah, we were very old school.
How were the big explosions behind you guys? Was that all practical back then?
That was Japanese.
No, well, we did have some. We did have some explosions.
Yeah.
On the movie,
Not on the movie, on Power Rangers.
on the show, we had explosions.
Not huge explosions, but
I don't remember.
you don't remember them? No, I do.
So you did.
He's getting old. He's losing his memory.
I am getting old. I just make it look good.
No.
No, we didn't have like massive explosions by any means, but we did have explosions for sure, and fire.
Yeah, with the fire in the hole, I remember that. And then we did have some. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So, thank you.
We knew what we were talking about.
Yeah, it's totally different now. Now they add everything in post, and it's not. Although I will say, when I filmed Cosmic Fury, there was some. We still did some explosions, but then they would make it even bigger in post, whatever. So it wasn't as big.
So it's been easier nowadays. You just make it a lot easier.
It's not as fun.
Yeah, that's what.
Because you don't really feel like you're in the, at least for me, you don't really feel like you're in the moment. Because when you really feel an explosion, you're like, holy crap.
Yes. Yeah, that's crazy.
I'll pass on the explosions.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Well, I truly want to say 32 years. Billy, been there for a long time. You've been there for a long time. You guys are original Rangers. Two of the OGs, the ones that have a special place in my heart. I just want to honor you and say I appreciate you for everything you guys have done. Hopefully we'll continue to do in the future.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome, and I know everybody here loves you, right? Thanks so much. Thank you. I just really, seeing you guys still in it is awesome, and it's incredible for all of us, and we're just so excited for everything. So I appreciate you all being here, and if you guys have questions for David and Walter, they're going to be at their booths today for a little bit longer, and everything. So anything specific, make sure you ask them, and we will be here for our next panel afterwards. So give it up for Walter and David.
Thank you guys.